Have you ever considered that the key to transforming your life might lie in withdrawing your constant availability to the world? When you cease to be perpetually accessible, you initiate a profound shift in your emotional and psychological dynamics. Rather than being reactive and perpetually on call for others' needs, you reclaim control over your own energy and direction. In today's exploration, we delve into the wisdom of Carl Jung to understand how stepping back from constant availability can lead to genuine empowerment and transformation. Too often, we are conditioned to believe that being constantly present, always accommodating, and perpetually accessible is synonymous with strength and compassion. Yet, beneath this appearance of selflessness lies a subtle surrender of our personal power. When you always make yourself available, emotionally, mentally, and sometimes physically, you leave little room for your own development. This unending openness may seem virtuous, but it can render you vulnerable to manipulation, emotional depletion, and the erosion of your boundaries. Consider the subtle but powerful influence of always being ready to attend to others. Such availability may breed dependency, both on your part and on those who come to expect your unwavering responsiveness. It creates an unbalanced dynamic where your needs are perpetually sidelined and your energy is drained by constant external demands. Carl Jung's insights into the human psyche suggest that it is only when you recognize the inherent value of your own space and autonomy that you begin to forge an identity built on inner strength. The illusion of constant accessibility. Our modern culture glorifies perpetual connectivity. Whether through digital devices or social interactions, we are conditioned to believe that always being available demonstrates kindness, reliability, and social competence. However, this relentless need to be accessible can paradoxically undermine our self-respect and hinder our personal evolution. In the realm of relationships and professional interactions alike, continuous availability has a hidden cost. It encourages others to treat you as a resource rather than as a complete autonomous individual. When you are always present to lend an ear, offer assistance, or provide emotional support without reservation, you inadvertently allow your identity to be consumed by external expectations. This dynamic often leaves you feeling unfulfilled, as your own aspirations and well-being become secondary to the incessant needs of others. Through the lens of Jungian psychology, the constant need for external validation and availability is seen as a manifestation of deeper unresolved conflicts. These may include fears of abandonment, low self-worth, or an inability to set healthy boundaries. The compulsive habit of always saying yes is not a sign of generosity, but rather a defense mechanism that masks internal vulnerabilities. It is only by questioning this ingrained behavior that you can begin to understand its true impact on your life. The psychological impact of withdrawal. What happens when you decide to stop being available? The shift is both subtle and profound. Withdrawing a little from constant availability creates a ripple effect that gradually transforms your personal dynamics. The first change is internal. As you start preserving your energy for yourself, you begin to cultivate a stronger sense of self-worth. You learn to invest time in introspection, explore your passions, and nurture personal growth. This reinvestment in your inner life builds a foundation for lasting resilience and empowers you to face challenges on your own terms. Externally, the change is equally dramatic. People begin to see you in a new light. Your newfound reserve signals that you value your own time and energy, and that you are not willing to be taken for granted. This transformation can recalibrate relationships, shifting the balance from one of dependency toward one that is more reciprocal. In professional settings, colleagues and peers may start to respect the boundaries you set, and the constant pressure to be on fades away, replaced by an atmosphere of mutual respect. Jung believed that such internal autonomy is the key to breaking free from the constraints imposed by both societal conditioning and personal insecurities. By consciously choosing to retreat from a state of constant availability, you are not abandoning those around you. Rather, you are affirming your own worth and opening up space for meaningful, intentional connections. The path to inner autonomy. Achieving inner autonomy requires deliberate effort and commitment. It begins with a recognition that your self-worth must be determined by your own standards rather than by external expectations. This realization is a catalyst for profound change. change. It prompts you to develop a structured approach to self-care, self-reflection, and boundary setting. One effective method is to practice mindfulness. Through mindfulness meditation, you learn to observe your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations without judgment. This practice encourages you to detach from the compulsive need to react to external stimuli, allowing your inner state to remain calm and centered. As you build a habit of mindfulness, you gain clarity about what truly matters, and you begin to discern the difference between genuine connection and mere availability. Another vital step is to set clear, non-negotiable boundaries. Identify the situations, relationships, and behaviors that drain your energy and assertively communicate your limits. Over time, as you consistently honor these boundaries, you will notice a significant shift in the quality of your interactions. People who once expected you to be endlessly accessible will gradually learn to respect your time and space. Additionally, engaging in reflective practices such as journaling or contemplation can help you navigate the complex emotions associated with withdrawing from constant availability. Documenting your experiences, insights, and challenges is not only therapeutic, but also illuminates the progress you're making on your journey toward self-mastery. With each passage of introspection, you build a clearer, more resilient sense of identity, one that is unimpeded by the demands and expectations of the external world. Embracing these practices doesn't just create space for personal growth, it also subtly shifts the power dynamics in your relationships. As you dedicate more time to understanding and nurturing yourself, you naturally become less reactive to criticism and less dependent on external validation. This evolving state of inner autonomy empowers you to navigate social situations with a calm, assertive presence that is both magnetic and respectful of your own needs. The transformation of relationships. The decision to stop being indiscriminately available not only transforms your internal world, but also reshapes your interactions with others. In many relationships, the habit of constant availability has fostered a dynamic where your presence is taken for granted or worse, used as a means of control. Once you reclaim your personal boundaries, these interactions invariably change. Friends and partners learn to appreciate the quality of your engagements rather than simply the quantity. The energy you reserve for yourself becomes a source of inspiration to those around you, encouraging them to seek more genuine and balanced connections. Moreover, people who are attuned to your newfound boundaries will begin to approach you with respect and consideration, recognizing that your time and presence are valuable commodities. In professional contexts, this paradigm shift is equally impactful. Colleagues and supervisors, accustomed to your constant availability, may initially react with surprise or even resistance. However, as you consistently demonstrate that your time is allocated with purpose and intention, expectations naturally adjust. The result is an environment where your contributions are measured by quality and impact, not by the mere act of being present. This transformation in workplace dynamics fosters a culture of mutual respect and enhances overall productivity, as decisions are made based on thoughtful consideration rather than impulsive reactions. Beyond interpersonal dynamics, this change significantly influences how you perceive and interact with the broader world. The habit of being constantly available is a form of self-sabotage that leaves little room for independent thought or creativity. When you free yourself from this cycle, you unlock the latent potential of your mind. Your focus shifts from mere survival in a noisy, demanding environment to thriving through deliberate, self-directed action. The clarity that comes with inner autonomy not only diminishes the noise of extraneous concerns, but also allows you to tap into a wellspring of creative energy and innovative ideas. Deconstructing the modern demand for perpetual availability. Modern society, with its ubiquitous connectivity and relentless information flow, creates an expectation that you must always be accessible. Social media platforms, instant messaging, and the digital echo chambers of our time press upon you a constant demand for responsiveness. This incessant pressure is, in itself, a meticulously designed distraction, a means to keep you engaged in superficial exchanges that divert attention from the deeper, more transformative aspects of life. The expectation to be perpetually available is not an accidental byproduct of technological advancement, but rather a tool used to maintain the status quo. It is a subtle form of control, ensuring that you remain entangled in the web of social validation rather than carving out time for self-reflection and personal growth. By recognizing this mechanism of distraction, you are empowered to disengage from the superficial demands and instead invest your energy in pursuits that have lasting, intrinsic value. In doing so, you initiate a process of reclaiming authority over your own time and resources, a shift that marks the first step toward true liberation. This disengagement is not an act of withdrawal from society. It is a conscious decision to prioritize what is most important: your inner world, your creativity, and your path to self-realization. When you stop responding automatically to every ping and notification, you begin to experience life in a more focused, meaningful way. The noise recedes, and in its place arises a clarity that enables you to see the world and yourself with fresh eyes. The psychological liberation of setting boundaries. Central to the journey toward inner autonomy is the establishment of clear, firm boundaries. Boundaries are not arbitrary lines drawn in the sand. They are protective constructs that safeguard your mental and emotional health. When you set boundaries, you signal that your time, energy, and attention are resources to be valued and preserved. This act of self-preservation is inherently transformative. Boundaries allow you to curate the interactions that shape your daily life, filtering out the trivial and the toxic. By consciously deciding who and what deserves your presence, you create a stable foundation upon which genuine, rewarding relationships can flourish. The empowerment that stems from this discipline ripples throughout every aspect of your life, enhancing your personal productivity, creativity, and overall sense of well-being. Implementing these boundaries requires both self-discipline and courage. It demands that you confront the fear of being perceived as uncooperative or aloof. However, the result is a profound sense of personal liberation as you learn to direct your energy toward those elements of life that contribute to your growth and happiness. Over time, these boundaries solidify into an unyielding shield against the incessant demands of modern society, enabling you to cultivate an inner calm that is immune to external disruptions. The role of mindfulness in reclaiming inner power. Mindfulness is a cornerstone of the journey to inner autonomy, offering a practical method to disengage from the mental clutter that arises from constant availability. By embracing mindfulness, you learn to live in the present moment, focusing your attention on what truly matters rather than being carried away by the relentless tide of external stimuli. This disciplined focus cultivates a state of inner clarity where every thought and emotion is observed without judgment. The practice of mindfulness allows you to recognize the fleeting nature of external distractions and to prioritize those experiences that foster genuine self-growth. In doing so, you create a mental environment that nurtures innovation, resilience, and decisive action. The benefits of mindfulness extend far beyond stress relief. They enhance your capacity to deliberate thoughtfully, communicate effectively, and respond rather than react, qualities that are essential for maintaining control in the face of external pressures. As you strengthen this practice, you become less susceptible to the manipulative tendencies of a digitally driven culture and more capable of steering your life with intentionality and purpose. Transforming vulnerability into a strategic asset. A critical insight from both modern psychology and the timeless philosophies of thinkers like Carl Jung is that vulnerability, when acknowledged and integrated, can transform into a source of strength. Vulnerability is often misinterpreted as a weakness to be hidden, yet it is precisely in the honest confrontation of our vulnerabilities that we unlock our true potential. By understanding the root causes of your insecurities, you learn to disarm them and convert them into strategic advantages. This process involves rigorous self-examination and the courage to expose the hidden parts of yourself that have long been shrouded in fear. When you do this, you not only diminish the impact of these vulnerabilities, but also open the door to a deeper, more authentic expression of self. This transformation is a slow, painstaking process. Every step you take toward embracing your fragility reinforces your internal foundation and enhances your ability to withstand external onslaughts. The synthesis of vulnerability and resilience creates a unique dynamic, a quiet, formidable force that ensures you remain unshaken in the face of challenges. Rewriting your personal narrative. The power to shape your future lies in the stories you tell about your past, your present, and your potential. Many individuals unconsciously adopt narratives imposed by external sources, narratives that limit their possibilities and define them by their shortcomings. To truly transform your life, you must first reclaim the narrative of your existence. This rewriting process involves a critical re-examination evaluation of your experiences, beliefs, and assumptions. Through honest introspection, you can discern which narratives no longer serve you and deliberately reconstruct your story to reflect your true aspirations and values. This new narrative is grounded in self-empowerment and the understanding that your destiny is determined by your inner strength rather than by external validation. As you forge this new narrative, you reclaim the power to dictate your own path. This act of narrative reformation becomes a manifest declaration of autonomy and marks a significant turning point in your journey towards self-mastery. The long-term benefits of inner independence. The sustained practice of creating and nurturing an independent inner world yields benefits that extend far beyond the immediate relief from external disturbances. Over time, as you systematically invest in your inner growth, you develop a resilience that permeates all aspects of life, from personal relationships to professional endeavors. This inner independence acts as a bulwark against the pressures of modern society, enabling you to navigate complexities with grace and clarity. When your strength is derived from within, the shifting opinions and unpredictable challenges of the external world lose their ability to destabilize you. The focus shifts to continued self-improvement and the deliberate pursuit of goals that are truly aligned with your values. Ultimately, this transformation fosters a state of being that is characterized by unwavering confidence and a profound sense of purpose. The reward of inner independence is not just emotional tranquility, it is a dynamic foundation upon which you can build a legacy of meaningful, impactful action. Embracing the future with renewed vision. In a world that constantly bombards you with demands and distractions, the decision to step back and prioritize your inner realm is a revolutionary act. By embracing this path, you signal to the world that you are no longer willing to be defined by external forces. This shift empowers you to engage with life on your own terms, more authentically, more strategically, and with a depth of understanding that transcends superficial measures of success. Your renewed vision, fueled by a robust inner autonomy, allows you to perceive challenges as opportunities for self-discovery rather than as threats. This transformative mindset not only redefines how you interact with the world, but also paves the way for new, uncharted paths of growth and fulfillment. It is a call to action, an invitation to live a life that is intentionally crafted and deeply self-determined. The promise of such a paradigm shift is profound. When you disengage from the relentless cycle of availability and external dependency, you unlock potential that has long been dormant. Your energy, previously dispersed among countless trivial demands, is now harnessed to fuel your aspirations and to build a future that reflects your true essence. In this state, every experience, be it a hardship or a moment of quiet triumph, adds depth to your character and reinforces the strength of your inner world. At the zenith of this journey, the ultimate truth emerges. The power to completely reshape your destiny resides solely within you. In liberating yourself from the compulsion to be perpetually available, you dismantle the very mechanisms that have long undermined your autonomy. The continuous cultivation of inner strength, disciplined introspection, and strategic detachment coalesce into a formidable force that no external entity can diminish. Every deliberate act of withholding your energy from external distractions, every moment spent in focused self-reflection, transforms you into a beacon of unassailable power. The realization that your influence is generated from the depths of your internal resources is nothing short of revolutionary. In this state, what once seemed like insurmountable challenges become mere stepping stones toward an existence defined by clarity, purpose, and genuine control. With this profound shift, you emerge as an individual who is not only impervious to external manipulation, but also capable of inspiring transformative change in the world around you. In summary, our exploration into the concept of withholding constant availability reveals a radical truth. When you prioritize your inner world over the endless demands of the external environment, every aspect of your life is transformed. The process of reclaiming your time and energy through strategic detachment, critical self-reflection, and the disciplined pursuit of inner autonomy is the path to unlocking a reservoir of strength that renders you truly unshakable. By discarding the need for ceaseless external validation, you empower yourself to shape your destiny with clarity and purpose. The journey toward this inner independence is challenging, yet each step taken in its direction is a testament to the transformative power of self-mastery. As you integrate these insights into your daily existence, you not only elevate your own life, but also set a powerful example for others. Now, as you reflect on these these principles, consider the question: are you ready to reclaim your inner power and redefine what it means to live authentically? The path to liberation starts with a single conscious decision to withdraw from the exhausting demands of constant availability and to invest in your own growth. Thank you for engaging with this deep dive into the transformative impact of inner autonomy. If these insights resonate with you, remember that every moment of introspection and every act of self-care contributes to building a future where nothing and nobody can dictate your fate. Embrace the journey, invest in your inner strength, and witness as your world is irrevocably changed by the power of true self-mastery.